Hey, John here. Before we get into the video, I gotta mention parts. Let me give you 3 ways to know if you need parts for your pellet stoves. Number 1, if you notice your stove is louder than normal or makes unusual noises. Second, if you have a stove partially disassembled for cleaning purposes and you spin the fan blade with your finger and notice a grinding sound or it doesn't spin freely, then you know it needs to be replaced. Third and most obvious is the motor just doesn't work. It's best to find the problem with the first 2 ways because sometimes the motor can stop working and seize up and blow your circuit board too. Also, I would like to mention if you're someone like me who uses your pellet stove for primary heat, it's nice to have parts on hand so when your stove goes down you can get it up and running as quickly as possible. Here's some parts that I recommend that you have on hand, and you can buy them from the link in the description, and that'll also help my channel. A combustion motor and a fan blade, because sometimes you won't be able to get off the old fan blade. A distribution motor for your model, and I have both types in the links. A circuit board for your model. Many models take the same board. Check the description to make sure you get the right one. An ESP probe, black or red wire. An igniter if you have an automatic ignition. Also, your stove is very easy to light manually. I made a video on how to do that. An auger motor for your model. This can be optional because they rarely go bad. And I keep 4 Harman P series going all winter, so I have one on hand. And that's about it. Hey guys, John here. Welcome to how to regular clean a stove and how to do the annual. This is a Harman P series, Harman P61 manual light, excellent stove. Very important that you want to keep your stove clean. You want it to run the longest, maximum efficiency and safety. Clean your stove often. So anyway, I do my annual once a year. If you lived in a place where it's cold all the time and you had to run your stove year round, you might want to do it twice a year. But I'm going to go over the tools what you use. I use a shop vac right here. Regular shop vac with a HEPA filter. It has to have a HEPA filter. If you don't, the ash will go through it. But you can't suck up anything that's hot. Any burning coals, don't do that. I already had 2 filters that I burned up. Just don't do that. Make sure it's cool. But there's a lot of power in this. You can also use an ash vac, and if you have a real ash vac, you can suck up hot coals. It's not going to do anything. It's made for that. All right. Moving on. We're going to go to the brushes. These are plastic rods with. This is a 3-inch brush. This is for your stovepipe. You want to do the stovepipe inside. You want to do it outside. Very important. And what I do is I put on some Loctite on this. This brush screws in here. I don't want this brush coming off, so I put Loctite on it. And I have another one if I clean a 4-inch pipe. Then you get a 4-inch brush. But get as many of these rods as you need to how much length of pipe you have. All right. Moving on. You know, it's good to wear black clothes because you can get black from the ash and stuff. So got the black clothes, knee pads. You want to kneel down and not wreck your knees. I have a brush right here that I use. You can buy this in like a Home Depot where your dryer, stuff for your dryer is. You'll see that brush. That's very good for getting into flue and spots like that. You want to have a light. Drop light's always good. You want to see what you're doing. Plus I have a magnetic light here that comes in handy. So I have tools to fix the stoves and to service them. A wire brush is always good. Fan blades, different areas where stuff's caked on, you can wire brush it. Screwdriver. I got some crimpers if I gotta put wire connectors on, stuff like that. Right here, I got wire connectors. I got some wing nuts and stuff that's used in the stove. I got to keep 4 of these stoves going all year long, so I have to have the stuff all ready to go. Yeah, wire strippers. I got a knife in case you need to open up something like some silicone or something. Vice grips always good to have on hand. Canned air. Canned air is good. You can blow off the backs of the motors. You can blow off any dust on your circuit board. Very important there. And I have some never sees. If you have some bolts, you're going to put that on. And what I like to do is I like to put this on the set screw when I change a combustion fan. I put it on the set screw so next time when the motor wears out, I can take off the fan blade. A little piece of hose right here. I stick that in the. I stick this in the end and I cup it with my hand. You can get into places with this piece of hose. Very important. The old paintbrush for getting the loose ash off the stove, very important. I got Allen wrenches. Allen wrenches is good to have, and it's good to have all your tools for your stove in one place, and all organized. Stove goes down, boom, you're ready to go. I have the cat's paw. This is really good to hammer out carbon in the burn pot, because the carbon will stick to the burn pot, and this you can chisel it right out very easy. I got some wrenches that I need for the different bolts and stuff that I need to deal with there in the stove. I have a strap wrench right here. Strap wrench is good. Take off the cap for the cleaning tee. The kind of thing this is always good to have. Zip ties. Get on the Harbor Freight or wherever. Get some zip ties. And zip tie wires. Different things. And if you're really into it, get a mirror and a light if you have to, someplace you got to see. You probably won't need this. But sometimes I get into areas I can't see, and the mirror comes in handy. All right, that's all. That's about it. All right, guys, we're going to start off with the door. I like to keep the door clean. I like to see the flame and everything. So what we're going to do, your normal cleaning of the door, make sure that's cool. Just take a wet paper towel and just go like that. Just clean it with a wet paper towel, and the ash that's on there, it's got a little abrasiveness in it. It'll keep it pretty clean. Now, there's some for the yellow stains. This door will get yellow over time, but there's a way to take care of that too. Okay, what you can do, you can either take off the door or you can do it on here just when you put oven cleaner. We're going to use oven cleaner to take off the stain. I'm just going to pull the door straight off. Good. A little bit of wiggle. Like that. And I don't know if you can see it. There's a little yellowing, brown right there. Okay, I'm going to put that on top of here for a second. We're going to get the oven cleaner. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the oven cleaner on that area. I'm going to let it set 5 minutes or so, and then I'm going to wipe it off. Don't take very long. That. Try not to breathe this stuff, the vapors. Okay, you guys, put that on for about 10 minutes and then take a moist paper towel. I wear a glove. It don't matter. If you get this stuff on you, just rinse it off with water. Should be all right. Take that off. Try not to breathe that in. Takes it right off real nice. Phew. Nice and clean. Looks good. Okay, we'll put this back on. Be careful of your pins. On the newer stove, sometimes the pins are locked in there, so don't move out of the door. I'm going to carefully put this back on. Line it up like that. All right. Now we'll start the inside cleaning. Okay, guys, here we go. We're going to get in there with the With a vacuum, we're gonna get in there with the paintbrush, and we're gonna start off at the top, work our way down. And like I said, this is a cleaning where I do about every 2 weeks, especially January and February. We're running this stove 24/7. We shut it down, cool it down, do a cleaning, start it right back up again. P-Series have big burn pots, so not burn pot, but ash pan. So the ash pan, after 2 weeks, it's not full. That's good. I don't want to fill it all the way. Okay, take the flame guide off. That's the new flame guide that I have. Last time I took off the old one. They'll, after a while, this is a sacrificial thing, they'll crack. Crack's okay. I could use that until it breaks in half. But I figured for the video, just change it. But yeah, you can run your stove without a flame guide, but it starts attacking the metal part that holds your fire bricks in. So just change it up when you can, but if it does break and you need the heat, just don't worry. It takes a while for the flame to break down the metal like that. All right, we're gonna get in there. I'm gonna put my light, the magnetic light, and so we can see in there really good. I'm gonna start from the top. I'm gonna get all the heat exchangers, and in here there's like a flange here. I'm gonna get underneath there, so the brush is gonna be going this way. I'm gonna get all the heat exchangers, work my way all the way down. Okay, we're going to use the cat's paw. We're going to get the hard carbon on the burn pot. We're going to get you a tighter shot of that. Okay, there's the burn pot. In there, it's the hard carbon. It almost feels like metal. It's very hard. We're going to take the cat's paw. The hard carbon right there. Okay, now we'll take the vacuum cleaner, we'll get that out. Okay, also in the tools, it's good to have a pick, the right angle pick, different picks. This is good for getting in back of the fan blade. These holes, if they're obstructed, you need to clean the holes. This is good, you can get out through the holes. Remember, the air in this comes out of this burn pot one way. So normally the holes are good. Get rid of the carbon, you can check the holes out, it's always a good thing. Keep your stove running good because you want to stay warm. Good, that's the whole thing. All right, now what we're gonna do, we're gonna open up the ash pan. Good. Big ash pan, here's what we got. So what we got, we're going to take the vac, suck that up. All right, also you can go outside and dump your ash pan too, whatever you want to do. I find it more convenient. It's just to put it in the vacuum, go dump the vacuum. Okay, now I'm going to get in here. I'm going to work my way down from there, from the ash pan. I'm going to try to get a tighter shot. Okay, here we go. That fan is spinning because it's windy outside. And that's why that's spinning. There's a little air movement there. I'm going to get in there, clean that.
also, you can use your wire brush too. You can wire brush that down. Won't hurt. Okay, we're going to take this out. Go put that. Sometimes they're easy, sometimes they're hard. If it's hard, you can put some spray in there, like a PB Blaster or something. Or if it's really tight, you can loosen this up just a hair. Okay. Now, you can use the pick. You get the pick. See, you can go right in back there. Back of the fan blade. Careful, don't bend the don't bend these fan blades. It's only sheet metal. I just want to get back there. That ash is kind of stuck there. Okay. Very easy. Like the XXV, you can't do this. Well, you can do it, but you got to go back, take off the motor. It's a pain in the butt. It's a lot easier. That's why I like the P series, because it's easy to maintain. I want to get it done and do other stuff. To work on the boat or something. All right, really nice like that. Okay, if you want, you can even take your wire brush that down. Another thing you do, you spin the blade. Sounds good. Oof, dusty. Yeah, so that's it. That's a nice combustion motor. If there's something wrong with it, with the motor, the bearings, you start hearing noise with there, but that's really good right there. Okay, now I'm going to take the rat tail brush, and I'm going to get the flue. That's the flue. That goes right out, and that's going to create a lot of ash. Hold on. All right, we got that. I'm gonna put this back on. Little tab goes in the hole, just like that. Okay. We'll put our ash pan back in. Oh, actually, no. No, we're not done. We have to take this off. Thumb screws. When you put these back on, don't put them more than thumb tight, finger tight. You know. Okay, take that off. What I do is I go like that, and then I tighten it back up so it stays there like that. Now, what I do is I just take my finger and I take out the ash with the back. You can also take your cat's paw and you can tap on the burn pot, any loose debris in there. Give it a few taps like that. Make sure you put this back. Loosen this up again. This back. Just only finger tight. You don't have to put that super tight. Okay. Now I'm going to put back the ash pan. Back the Careful, don't force anything in. We don't want to bend anything. It's sheet metal, okay? Real nice. Oh, we can check your check the gasket. Make sure your gasket's in good shape. Okay, we'll close that up. And you got Rusty. It's his chair. We put the chair right near the pellet stove. He loves that. He's waiting for the stove to be running again. Okay, guys, we're gonna do the for your annual clean out, or deep clean, whatever. We're going to do the back. We're going to do the back and all the guts and all the motors and stuff. But I figured that I'd show you on this rather than my stove at home, because I don't have to crawl back there. Now the thing is, when you're cleaning these things, especially corner mounts, I hate corner mounts. You got to get on the floor and you got to kind of play twister to get in there and get everything. But this is going to give you a better view of what you need to do. What we're going to do, we're going to take off these side panels. We're going to take off these side panels
with a 5/16. Oh. All you just have to loosen these. You just have to loosen them. And there might be a top one up here too, but that one's gone. Not really necessary. It does have a top one, take it out. Okay, there you go. Now, this one has not been cleaned in a long time. Check this out. Check this out. We get all kinds of maybe pet hair or dust, all kinds of stuff. You don't want that. Whoever had the stove before didn't clean it good, but it's a good example to use. Who knows, yours might look like this. Okay, so we're gonna do the other side now. All right, we're gonna take out this side, the old 5/16. We don't have a bolt there. That's good. Okay, take this right off. There's your combustion motor right there. These are normally the first ones that will go bad. Is your combustion motor. And like I said, you want to get rid of all the stuff. I'm going to show you how to do that. Now we're going to take off another plate so we can get, oh yeah, in here too, that's your, just get a tighter shot of that. That's your distribution fan. And you see this hair and stuff in there. We can take care of that too. All right, we're going to take this off. Now there's another plate right here. You can take that off if you want. I don't think it's necessary. I can work around this, but you can take it off. And remember, when you put it back, some of these things, they're not going to want to cooperate. You got to kind of bend them and fiddle with them to get them in. It's just sheet metal, but you'll get it. And again, don't over tighten these when you put it back on. So just loosen these. This is a fairly new stove. This is a P43. P series, they're all the same. P43 is a little bit, smaller than the P61. P68 is a little bit bigger than the P61, but they're all the same. They're easy to fix. I like stuff that's easy to keep going. Utility, all about utility. I don't want to buy another stove. These little bugs running. Okay, I can lift up on that a little bit. Yeah, of course, I don't want to cooperate. Well, sometimes you do got to take them out. I'll take this one out. Take this one out. Leave that over here. Okay. There we go. There we go. We even have a wiring diagram right there. Show you how to wire it. It's pretty simple stuff once you get into it. If you're like me, you like saving money, stuff like that. You like dependable stuff. These are the way to go. All right. So we're going to give you a tighter shot into there. Okay. See the circuit board. You see the auger motor. You see the that hose, the vacuum hose. You see this one is an auto light. It has the igniter, the yellow and blue wires. Okay. All right, we're gonna get in there, work some magic. Okay, I'm gonna fire up the vac. I'm gonna use my little hose. Got my hose here, and I'm gonna try to suck up anything that's gonna come up. Maybe I should take off this plate so you can see more. Let me do that. Let me do that. Do that. See more. You want to see more. Just loosen this. Loosen this up. And then this one again. Just kind of wiggle it out. There, you can see more. Alright, so let's go with the components. Obviously your exhaust out, your convection fan or distribution fan, whatever you want to call it. These fans are good too. These are good. Rarely have to change them.
Auger, I've never had to replace an auger. Never had. Almost. There's a story behind that I might get to on a later video, but auger motor is extremely good, and they only run intermittently, so you know they're not going to get real hot or anything. So you have your circuit board back here. You have a circuit board back there. It's good to take some compressed air and you know, get in there with the compressed air. And then over here you have your, see if I can do this. You have your vacuum switch. So when you open up the door, it loses vacuum, and then it don't feed pellets, okay? And in this case, it's also hitched up to the igniter. It won't start the stove either. The door's open. We sucked up quite a bit of stuff. Next, we're going to get in there with a paintbrush, and just going to brush off the dust. Now, you could have your vacuum going and while you're doing this, but I don't care if I get dust in here. Okay, dust that off. Dust off the wires. Cut like that. Hit it again with the back. All right, now we're going to get in there with the canned air. I got the canned air. I bought this at my local hardware store, my local Ace hardware store. I couldn't believe it. It was $19.99. That was just wrong. Get it at Walmart or Amazon or something. It's only like $4. I don't know why it's so expensive there. But anyway, I got it. So normally keep the little plastic tube here. That really helps. I couldn't find it, but we're gonna blow off some stuff. We're gonna try to get a tight shot of that. All right, so yeah, we're gonna go over some of the components in the stove here, so you'll learn more. Okay, obviously your circuit board. When you work around that, you want to have the power off. This little wire here, goes to your ESP probe. ESP probe, and the ESP probe lives right in here, right in your exhaust. It senses the temperature. So basically, when you start up your stove, this tells it what the temperature is, and if if it needs more pellets or something like that, and it tells it when it's cold, when it shuts down. That's the only thing. So that's why when you turn on your stove at first, you'll have a big flame in it, and until the whole stove, all this part gets all up to temperature, and it takes a little while, then the flame will moderate. But that's your only temperature sensor, your ESP probe. Now, some other stoves,
non-Harman ones that I've worked on, and I really don't cover them. They have snap switches in different places, so if it gets too hot, they cut off power to the auger and they shut down. That's what it has, and it has the vacuum right over here, this vacuum switch. And if it's not feeding pellets or something like that, you can pull off these two and you can jump them together with like a double male. You can isolate different problems with that. Okay. Your auger motor right here, and at some point we'll make videos how to change stuff. So another thing that we have to check out is this plate right here. Now, on older, this is a newer stove. On older stoves, the plate's different. It's like cast iron. It's big and it's heavy, and the wing nut is right in the middle. You have to take the wing nut off. This one, all you have to do is loosen it. Let's do that. Okay. You loosen this, and then you got to go up, wiggle this up. There we go. Plate, it's like that. See that? It has a little notch there. Now, like the older stoves do not have this. So you look out back there, you see dust. You see dust. Sometimes it's packed all the way up. I'm going to take the vacuum and get rid of all this. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put this piece back on. Make sure that this is a gasket right here. Make sure that's all nice. Gasket. This will affect your vacuum as well. Make sure when you're doing your cleaning that you get every step right. Okay. So I'm gonna put this plate back on. Get these wires out of the way. Plate on. There, you gotta push down on that, and then tighten up this. Okay. All right. So we're gonna blow a little air in the vacuum line. Okay, I'm gonna give it a different shot here. Okay, people. Okay, we're gonna go back here. We're gonna take off this vacuum line, and I'm gonna put my air in there. Give it a little blast. Okay. Gonna put this back on. I suppose you could do it with this one too. You could take this off. The older one don't have, you know what, that's on really good. And I don't see a problem leaving that on. So we're just going to leave that on. Okay, so this right here, that's your fresh air intake. And some people wonder when you install your stove if you ought to have the fresh air intake into that. You know what? If you lived in a house that was airtight, like an airtight box, you would, but you don't really have to. I don't on all mine, and I researched it quite a bit, and I come up with no, you don't have to do it. So if you want to send your vacuum through here, there's not usually much stuff in here, but like I said, if you want to put your vacuum in there and get up anything, this one's pretty clean. Okay, so we're going to look at the auger motor. You can, sometimes there's hair and stuff in here. You can blow that out. That one's pretty clean. But if you see gunk in there, hair, take it out. And this is a big thing right here, is your combustion motor. Okay, that's normally the first one that goes. This is right near the heat and stuff like that. Oh, there's a lot of hair right there. Let me show you this. Let me give you a view of that.
See that right there? You don't want that. There's little fan blades in here too, and they pretty much keep the motor cool. So you don't want anything. You want to get rid of that. Take your vac or your pick. Some cases you got to take your pick. You got to get in there. That's there. That's pretty clean now. You can even take the compressed air. Sometimes pellets get in there. I don't know how they get in there, but they do. Hit it with a vacuum. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, I'm gonna show you how to clean the fan. All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove the fan. You could get in here with your pick, and you pick out the squirrel cage, any lint and hair and stuff like that. You pick it out, but I can show you better if I take it off. So let's do that. It's on there good. Okay. All right, now we can get a good shot. You wouldn't necessarily take it out. You could if you wanted to. Cleaning these stoves is a little pain in the butt, but that's what you got to do. So there's a lot of hair and stuff in here. See that? See that? That's gonna make it so you have less air. There's pellets in here and everything. It's more of that hair. Like that. You don't want that in there. You'll have more airflow. Now, after you get this all done and you turn it on, you're gonna have dust coming out of here. Where the heat comes out, you're gonna have some residual dust coming out. Yeah, take the pick. Then we're gonna stick the vacuum with the hose in there and try to suck up what we can. All right, that's better right there. And when you spin this, it's nice and quiet, but if there was a noise to it, a little grinding or something, it would be time to replace it. Oh yeah. No need to over tighten it. Just snug. Okay, I'm gonna put the panels back on. You got your panels here that they get dust on them and stuff. Just take your paintbrush, go outside or something, brush all that stuff off. I'll be breathing all this. All right. Goes on like that. Then I'm going to put on this piece. This one's got, see the holes? See these tabs? I'm going to take this one out. Now, what I like to do is I like to put the tabs in here first, then line up the holes. It's not always easy, but you can do it. Now the side plates. Okay, people, there you go. And now we're gonna do the pipe. We're gonna do the piping, then the outside piping. Okay, guys, now we gotta clean the pipe. We already put the brush through the flue. It went all the way through this. We gotta take off this cap. There. Okay, there's a little bit of ash in there. We're going to put the brush in there, and we're going to have the vacuum close by. You can feel the air. It's a windy day today. Okay, you can line up the slots. It's an indentation right there, indentation there. Kind of line that up, and then it's like a half a turn. Now sometimes these go hard, and you got to use the strap wrench. There, and that's all set. Hey guys, very important. You want to do your outside of your vent right here. This is a 3-inch pipe, so you'd want to use the 3-inch brush. And what you got to do, you got to take off your cap. Your cap may not be like that, maybe something different, but take the cap, screws off, and then you put the brush through it, go back and forth a couple of times. We already did the inside, we should be all set there, and then you're good to go. Okay people, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, give me some comments, and I encourage you to watch my other videos too. Thank you.